You have to take the squat down, the feedback from the mic 42.
Fan.
No, it's okay. I'll tell you now, how about that? Compromise. Can you do that?
Krishna, come sit here and
I don't know. I'm all set up with my things now.
It's better.
Okay, if I have to turn it off, I'll move. Daddy.
Bandegam Shri Guru Varam Shirupanuga Pravaram Brajara Sarasikam Cha Narayanam Tam Prapanam Shri Guru Charanam Bante Ramana Prestaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktiram Sa Kripamurti Narayanam Namasrestam Manumapi Sachiputramatra Swarupam Rupam Tasya Grajanurupuri Maturim Kostavatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Agoradikamadavasyam Praptoya Sapratita Kripaya Siguruntam Natosmi Gurave Gorachandraya Radhikaya Tarare Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tarabhaktaya Namo Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinamando Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabham Shutradevi Pranamami Hari Priye Prindayai Tulasi Devai Priyayai Kesavasacha Krishna Bhakti Pratidevi Satyavati Namo Namah Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. First of all, I would like to offer my humble obeisances to the lotus feet of my divine spiritual master, Nitya Lila Pravistu Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa, Parivrajakacharya Astotara Satarshi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Guru Maharaj, and I pray for his causeless mercy. And I would also like to offer my humble obeisances to Nitya Praishnu Vishupad Paramahansa, Parivrajakacharya Astotara Satarshi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, and I pray for his mercy. And to all my spiritual guardians, I pray for their mercy. For all the devotees, ladies, gents here present, Danda pranams. So, sorry for my voice. I've been talking too much. So, today, I would like to share some katha from Gurudev that sometimes he's asked me to speak on this about the very special topic that he likes so much, is the reasons why Mahaprabhu came to this world and what did he come to give. So it is said, the verse by which Srila Gurudev started preaching all over West, because people were there for 30 years or more, and they were not really understanding what Mahaprabhu came to give. So Gurudev, he went country by country, starting with this verse, very important verse, what really Mahaprabhu came to give. This is the Mangala Charan, means the auspicious invocation of Chaitanya Charitamrita. This auspicious invocation is Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is using it, but it's actually written by Rupa Goswami, because he wants to give pranams to Mahaprabhu, but at the same time, because I have my throat, and if there's cold, it actually gets worse, for sure. I'm sorry. Is anybody feeling like? Okay. So the famous verse of Gurudev, Anarpita Charin Chirat Karane Vartina Kalo, Samarpajitum Unato Chvala Rasam Sabhatushyam, Hari Purata Shundari Ruti Kradam Sanapita, Sadak Vidaya Kantares Puratu, Bhasa Chinandanaha. So this is described as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came But it's very beautiful, the description that says, Sada Hridayo Kandares Puratu Basachinandaraha. That Mahaprabhu came from Sachima, from the mother, Sachi, and he came to give was not given in a very, very long time, for millions of years. He came to give by his causeless mercy in this age of Kali. He came to give Unata Jvala Rasam Swabhaktichya. So this Unata is a very elevated Ujjvala, which is like a secret code word in our Gaudiya language, which is meaning the conjugal love of Shri Radha and Krishna. So Unata Ujjvala, very radiant. Unata Jvala Rasam. This ras, this mood of service, Unata Jvala Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam. So Mahaprabhu is coming to give his own personal bhakti, which is Srimati Radhika, when she is with Krishna in the kunjas, alone. This type of bhakti, this type of service, to serve the conjugal love of Shri Radha Krishna, the divine couple. This is what Mahaprabhu has come to give to this world, which was not given for millions of years. This Unatochvara Rasam Swabhakti, this is Krishna's own bhakti, Srimati Radhika, how she's pleasing Krishna. And to serve this conjugal love in this mellow of the divine couple like a manjari. Sri Gurudev explains Shriyam. What is the meaning of Shriyam? Shriyam means treasure. But Gurudev explains Shri means the beauty. So what is the beauty of, who is the beauty of Srimati Radhika? Rupa. So this is actually the treasure. And Gurudev said that he gives explanation with this verse that it is like a creeper. The golden creeper is Srimati Radhika. The creeper goes around a tree. This tamal tree is Krishna. But the creeper has these leaves, which are the sakis. And it has little flowers, which are the manjaris. So the creeper itself, which is Radhika, which is golden, without all these leaves and all these flowers, it is not very beautiful. It is beautiful because it has all the leaves and all the flowers. So this is the principle, what Mahaprabhu came to give, which was not given for millions of years. This, the highest of all, Gurudev one time explained, he said that it's like a flower. If there's a flower and the bee comes from the top of the flower, what's the name? Anther. There's like a little flower at the top of the flower. It's like the manjari, anther.
Stamen.
Stamen. Those two names are stamen. So the bee comes to the flower. The bee is taking the pollen, the honey, but it doesn't touch the stamen, but she moves. She's feeling. So in the same way, Krishna is the bee-like, the flower Srimati Radhika, and the stamen of the manjaris. So actually, although the bee doesn't go directly to the stamen or the anther, which is the manjari, she is experiencing everything, not only from the flower, but also the bee. So this is the highest type of love. Even if the gopis, like the Sakis Lalita, Vishaka, Tungavedya, Induleka, Rangadevi, all the Sakis, which are Sambhogi Chamai, they meet directly with Krishna. even they can never experience such high thing as the Manjaris, which don't. They're Tat Tat Bhav Ichamai. They're through Radhika, because they're one with the heart of Radharani. They're one. So whatever Radhika is feeling, they are feeling. If Krishna is coming to Radhika and he bites her lip, this bite manifests in the lips of all the Manjaris. So this is Bhav Ulasa Rati. And there's nothing higher than this, Gurudev said. This is the highest. There's nothing higher you're gonna get. Because Radhika has Madanakya Mahabhav. She has the highest love. And even the Sakis, even if they meet directly with Krishna, cannot have this happiness like the Manjaris through Radharani. They're connected through Radhika. And this is called Tat Tat Bhav Ichamai, through Radhika, through her Bhav. But how? Because they become Tadatmika, means they become one with her heart. So whatever Radhika's feeling, they're feeling. And this is why they reject to be with Krishna. Krishna sometimes in a kunja, somewhere in the forest, grabs them, and they're like, no, we're Radhika's Palyadasi. Why would we want to be with you, Krishna? Why would we want a lower happiness being with you if we have the highest with Radhika? Because they're Tadatmika, one with the heart of Radhika. So this is Manjari Bhav. And this is the highest thing. This is what came Mahaprabhu to give. Gurudev started with this verse, traveling all over West. He's coming to give this highest service of the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna, the highest mellow, the highest service. This is Manjari Bhav. Only the Manjaris can enter into this kunjas. So Gurudev said one has to be Tadatmika, one with the heart of Guru. When one is one with the heart of Guru, then Guru, like a mirror, reflects all these moods in the heart of his disciple. And because Gurudev is a Manjari, he's absorbed in Manjari Bhav, always serving Srimati Radhika, then we will also be able to have a glimpse, something. I have not yet, but anyhow, Gurudev, I have hope one day, maybe, I will be able to see something relative, even a little glance, something, perhaps. So, this is really what Mahaprabhu came to give. But this is even considered like an external reason. He has come to give because in every age, there's the 4 ages. Satya Yuga, Tetra Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. These 4 yugas are called Chatur Yugas or Divya Yuga, right? These 4. They're millions of years. And multiplied by 71 times these 4 yugas, that's one Manvantar, one Manu, who governs, he's a Manvantar for 71 Chatur yugas. And there are 14 Manus that govern, and this is one day of Brahma. And the same is one night of Brahma, same. So Krishna, the thing is, we were once in Brazil with Gurudev speaking Harikatha, like in the year 2000, I think. And they were giving water to everyone, little glasses. And Gurudev said, "What is this?" Sukadeva Goswami spoke 7 days, nobody would drink, nobody would eat, nobody would sleep for 7 days. And you can't wait 2 hours? So that I had this never I can drink, ever, hearing or speaking. But then I got my throat damaged one time in Nicaragua 4 hours speaking and singing. And I said, I can't drink water, I can't drink water. But now I think, no, we can drink a little sip, maybe. Please forgive me, Gurudev. So, for all these years, millions of years, only those who are, because the duty of Vishnu to establish Dharma, Yuga Dharma, this is the duty of Vishnu. So Vishnu descends in every age, Satya Yuga, Tetra Yuga, Dwarpa Yuga. This is for Kali Yuga. Then again, another era. And every time, one avatar of Vishnu comes to establish Yuga Dharma. But Krishna, he only has one function, and that is, he is Rasik Shekhar. He is the relisher of all. He's Vishai Bhagavan. He's the supreme enjoyer. He only has one work. He's always enjoying Ras with Radhika. So he's not going to come here and establish any Yuga Dharma. This is Vishnu's duty. So many people think that this is the reason why Mahaprabhu came there. But this is just a secondary thing. And it's not even why he came. He came for the 3 reasons that I will explain after, the confidential reasons. But finally, when Krishna says, okay, I want to descend, then it was the time that, by coincidence, just by chance, when he wanted to descend to taste. There's 3 reasons, confidential, then it was the time to establish Yuga Dharma. So he said, oh, since it's the time to establish and I'm already here, I myself will establish it. But it's not that he came for that. That's Vishnu's duty. But Vishnu, he's coming in every yuga, and he's coming to establish Yuga Dharma, and he only gives prema, because the only reason why Dharma is established is so one can attain prema. That's the goal of religion, to attain prema, love. But because they come from Vaikuntha, all these Vishnu avatars, they can only give Vaikuntha prem. They cannot give Braj prem. They cannot give Braj ras. They can only give this Vaikuntha prem, which is, a little bit boring. There's no dancing, there's no joking, there's no funny. Everything's very serious, everybody's afraid to make an offense. Nobody's eating ever from the same plate as Narayan, or sitting in the same chair, or dancing or joking like this. Never. It's very, very das, pure, very reverential, very awe and respect, formality. So they cannot give Brajras, only this. So Krishna is thinking, for a very, very long time, I am not come to give this Braj Prem. Without Braj Prem, this world is useless. So in this verse, Anarpita Charinchirat, very beautiful. Anarpita Charinchirat Karnevatira. Samarpajitum Unatochvala Rasam. So he's coming to give Unatochvala Rasam, the highest type of service, this mellow. Hari Purata Sundari Diti Karamba Sanivita Sada Hridayo Kandares Puratu Basa Chinanura. So beautiful. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is giving obeisances to Rupa Goswami by using his verse. And he's saying, May Sada Hridaya Kandare Spuratu. He's not saying, may the Son of Sachima manifest in my heart. He's saying, may he manifest in the hearts of all. And he's saying, Hari Purata Sundarita Kadamba Sandipita Sadagridaya Kandare. Kandare means caves. So may he manifest in the inner caves of all of our hearts. So the caves, who lives in the caves? Usually in the caves live the elephants, which are considered, in this case, our big anarthas, our big obstacles of bhakti. That's what lives in our heart. Those big, like elephants, aparad, anartha, everything. So he's saying, may that son of Sachima, Hari Purata, which is like Hari, like the lion. Chaitanya Simhera, Navadvipa Avatar, Simhavira, Simhagriva, Simhera Hunkar. That Mahaprabhu is like he came avatar of Navadvip, and he is Simha Griva, means he has the neck of a lion, he has the power of a lion, and Hunkar, the roaring, Haribol, where Mahaprabhu would, Haribol, all the atheists run away. Everybody the earth was shaking. So this is Mahaprabhu, this beautiful verse. It says, may Hari, he's like the lion, Purata, like golden. Mahaprabhu is golden. Hari Purata Sundari, very beautiful. May that Hari, that Mahaprabhu, like a lion, enter into the caves of our hearts. And by this, then all this elephant, immediately, of all our offenses, of all our anarthas, runs out. So, this very beautiful verse, and Gurudev, he started, we all know, right, from beginning, with this verse, used in a garden of so much criticism, so many people, so many institutions. They were not understanding the value of what he was actually coming to give. People for 30, 40 years not understanding that that was the goal. That's what Mahaprabhu had come to give. And not only speaking, but he had the power to infuse in the hearts of all moods to understand that this was actually true. So, for millions of years, all these avatars are coming from Vaikuntha, giving Vaikuntha Prem for millions. And in the 28th, after 28, yes, Mamatar, no, 28, the Yuga. Yeah, then he said, okay, I will descend myself. Krishna came, and after, he says, if only he himself could come from Braja to give Braj Prem. Because he's saying, Sakala Jagate More Kare Vidhi Bhakti Braj Paiti Nahi Shakti. The whole world is worshipping me with this Vidhi Bhakti. This is Krishna, not me, Radhakanti. Because sometimes people say, Radhakanti said. This is Krishna in Chaitanya Charitamrita said that the whole world is worshipping me with this Mura Vidhi Bhakti. Vidhi Bhakti Braj Bhav Paiti Nahi Shakti. There's no power to enter into Braj. Braj Bhav, to have the moods of the Brajavasi. We cannot have it if we have this mood of Vidhi Bhakti means, oh, we're worshiping with so much awe and reverence and fear and like Krishna wants to be loved. And Krishna's saying, the whole world is worshipping like this, but there's no Shakti, no power to enter Braj. And Aishwarya Gyanete Savajagat Nishita Aishwarya Sitila Premi Nahi Mora Prita. He says the whole world is worshipping me with this mood of Aishwarya, with knowledge of Krishna Supreme, omnipresent, omnipotent, what else? All these. And Krishna says, Aishwarya Sitila Prema, that the prem mixed with this mood of Krishna is so great, so wonderful, so like, Nahi Mora Prita. I don't like this. I'm not attracted by this. Krishna is saying. And then he says, when the cowboys, if anybody thinks Krishna is Supreme Lord and I am subordinate, Krishna says, this does not attract me. Or if somebody says, but he says, but, like the cowboys, if they say, what kind of big man are you? No, you and I are the same. We're the same. Or maybe I'm stronger than you. Krishna says, this pleases me so much. And they jump in Krishna's shoulder and makes him carry him like a little horse. And Krishna, they wrestle. And they think, I'm stronger than you. And Krishna says, oh, this pleases me so much. Or like Yashoda Ma. She thinks, oh, my little Lala is completely helpless. I have to turn him over. Or pulls the ear. Oh, with a stick, I'm going to... And Krishna's weeping and weeping. Gurudev gives this example. This Rudantar Muhur Netram Chukma Mrijantam Karambocha Chukmena Satam Kanetram Muhuswa Sakampa Tirekanka Kanta Sritagrevada Motaram Bhaktivada. This example how Krishna's little eyes with his little hands, a little boy, he's mother, crying. I have the voice perfect now. Mother, don't beat me. And with the Satanka, he is terrified. He's looking, no.
He's right behind you.
And Gurudev says,
Yeah.
and Gurudev says, is this drama? He says, no. He's terrified. Krishna is terrified, and the mother, I will beat you. And the kid is Muhuswasakampa. He's so much crying. His neck, 3 lines, stomach, neck, and the pearl necklace moving. So much crying. Oh, don't, mother. So Krishna says, this gives me so much pleasure, so much happiness, this love, this prem. Or like when Krishna is in, for example, he's in, Gurudev always would take us every year to this place called Brahmagat, where Krishna is there, and then the como se dice acusetas, teddy tell, acusetas.
Accusing, you mean?
No, but there's a word in English like
Tattletale.
tattletale. The tattletale brother tells, Maya, he's eating earth. So he's like, no, Maya, open the mouth. No, Maya, no, it's not true. Open, let me see. And when he opens the mouth, then he sees the whole universe in his stomach. And he sees mothers. What is this? Is this some effect? All the universe, then like a zoom camera, then it goes planet Earth, then more zoom, then Gokula Mahavan, then closer, then Brahma, God, then wait, is that me looking inside the mouth of Krishna? And then again goes into the Brahman, and she thinks, oh no, what is this? And then Krishna becomes very alarmed. Emergency, do. Maya cannot know that I am this. Otherwise, all my Leela will be ended. And then they will put me in the altar and just ding, 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 ding with the bell, worship, ding, 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 ding. He says, then all my Leela's finished. I don't want this. This is Krishna saying, I don't like this type of worship. I don't like it. I'm coming to show that we can have a relationship with Krishna, like the cowboys, the love, or Yashodama, or the best of all, like the gopis, the conjugal love, like there's the married, like the queens, but also Parakyabha, like the gopis of Braj. And from all the gopis of Braj, the highest love of all is Srimati Radhika's. So I will come to this world. I will make everybody mad, dance mad in Sankirtan. I will teach myself like a devotee and show how they can have this mood, this relationship with Krishna. So Mahaprabhu, then this is also at the same time. I haven't even started the confidential reasons, but that moment, when all the three reasons why he wants to descend, the confidential reason, at that moment, what happened is that Advaitacharya, he is calling and calling, please come, because everybody's worshiping Kali, and they're sacrificing so many goats and killing so many animals, and only Kali, Kali, Kali. And he's thinking nobody is worshiping Vishnu, Narayan, Krishna. So he's praying and praying with this Titi, what is it? Saligram. So he's worshiping and he's reading, he found a verse. It says, oh, it says Krishna sells himself to the person that offers tulsi and a little bit of water. So he's offering tulsi and crying, please descend, please descend, please descend. So much, his cry, that it pierced the kapas, the coverings. It pierced the calling, went to Vaikuntha, went and reached Krishna. He's crying with the Ganga water and the tulsi until Krishna saying, okay, I'll descend. He's calling so much, please, please. Tomorrow's Advaita Saptami. So, Mahaprabhu, something beautiful that about, okay, adding here a little bit. That Mahaprabhu came to this world and we were in Tota Gopinath in Puri. And Srila Gurudev, he came to the altar, and because, Gurudev is Gurudev, then the pujari showed him Tota Gopinath, his legs, he's sitting. And we all had this beautiful darshan. And Gurudev gave this beautiful harikatha there about Mahaprabhu, how he actually came to taste this Radha Bhav. So, okay, I will speak the first verse. Remind me to say that about Gadadhar, please, Prabhu.
First three?
No, about Gadadhar Pandit, when I explain the first one, because otherwise I forget. So the three reasons, internal, why he came to this world. Also it says, Prem Rasriyas Karite Asvadam Raga Marga Bhakti Loke Karite Pracharan. Rasik Shekar Krishna Parama Karuna Eidu Hetu Hata Ichirautkama. So Mahaprabhu has come for two reasons. The first one is he's come to taste the Prem Ras of Radhika. And the second one is he's coming to just prachar, to propagate, to preach Raga Marg Bhakti Loke to this world. He comes to give Rag Marg, not Archan Marg, but Rag. Means bhav, by mood. You serve God, you serve everything by mood. Not Archan, because this was always given by Vishnu for millions of years. He's coming to give a different path. And without Ragamarg, it is impossible. Gurudev says millions of lives. With Bhakti Bhakti, you can never attain Braj Bhav. Impossible. So Ragamarg is also one of the reasons, because he's Rasik Shekar, he's the relisher. He comes to taste, but because he's Paramakaruna, the most merciful, not only is coming to taste, but he's coming to distribute for all. So these three confidential reasons. The first one is Shiradaya Praneya Mahima Kirisovaneva Satyojana Bhuta Madhurima Kirisovaneva. Sokyam Chasad Pitlau. Bolo. Shiradaya Praneya Mahima Kirisovaneva Satyojana Bhuta Madhurima Kirisovaneva. Sokyam Chasad Anuavatat Kirisipitilovat. Tat Bhavadya Samajani Sachikarta Sindhu Harindu. So this is another beautiful verse. All these verses are like, wow, jewels. They're jewels. They're so beautiful, especially after they're explained, by Gurudev. Otherwise, before not. without hearing them from the mouth of pure Guru Vaishnava, then after, then something you can understand. The beauty. So in this verse it says the 3 reasons why Mahaprabhu came, confidential. The first one is Shiradaya Pranaya Mahima. He wants to come and taste what is the Mahima, the greatness of Radhika's Pranaya, love. So in this love, there are many different levels of love. Prem, Sneha, Man, Pranaya, Rag, Anurag. And Gurudev is described one time in Badger Festival. What was Pranaya? He said Pranaya, because we don't in the books we don't see Pranaya. We see Pranaya described, but in Sakyaras. But then Gurudev describes that Pranaya is a stage when Radha and Krishna are together. Actually, Gurudev is very, yeah, so maybe 1-2 people will catch. He was describing all the, how about you make a spot in the table? All the, like cloth of Radhika. So the lehenga meant this, like that. And then the kancholi, choli, represents shyness. He was given, like everything she wears, Radhika represents something. So then Gurudev starts to explain that what is Pranaya. And he said a Pranaya is a stage when Radha and Krishna lose their identity. So then Radha thinks, oh, I'm Krishna. Oh, no, I'm Radha. No, am I Krishna? No, am I Radha? And then Krishna thinks, oh, I'm Radha. No, I'm Krishna. Am I Radha? Am I Krishna? They actually lose their identity. And at this stage, all shyness goes away. So they don't feel any shame because of shyness, because they think they're just one body. But it explains that if a person is naked in the bathroom in front of a mirror alone, there's no shame because she's alone. So Radha Krishna, because they lose their identity, they become one. They become one. So one means they lose their identity. So I was thinking, this is my own, I was thinking, maybe that's the origin of Mayavadi is wanting to become one. Because it's originally it comes from the heart of, we have a little bit of Satchitananda, of Krishna, and they become one. They become one. So this is my speculation. But I'm thinking why they want to become one, the Mayavadis. I'm thinking because Krishna and Radha become one. So this is Pranaya, very high stage. And this is this verse, Shiradaya Pranaya Mahima. Krishna is thinking, I am the one, Radha, I'm the one, what is this verse? Purnananda Maya, Ami Chinmaya Purna Tattva. Radhikara Prema Nachara Unmata. Right? You know Bengali. Correct?
Sounds good.
Okay. So, is Radha Prema Vibhu, Purnananda Maya. That I am Purna Ananda. I am full of Ananda bliss. Purnananda Maya. Ami Chinmoy Purna Tattva. I'm full spiritual truth. I'm full bliss. But Radhika Prema completely drives me mad. So Krishna's thinking, what is this prem of Srimati Radhika? He cannot understand. He wants to taste. What is this prem? It drives me mad. And Radhika's love. Actually, Rupa Goswami, he gives one verse describing the love of Radhika. Vidurapi kalanam sada viridin gururapi gorana charanabhina muhuru pachito bhaktivato shido jayati murodvishi Radhika anuragaha. All glories to the anurag of Radhika. That she is Vidurapi kalanam. Although her love is completely full, it's all pervading. There's no room for expansion. It continues to expand and expand and expand. Vidurapi kalanam sadari guru rupa. Although it's completely very famous, so famous and celebrated, it's devoid of all pride. And although it's completely shuddha, pure, spotless, it's beset with bakri, crookedness. So Jayati Burodvishi, Radhika Anuraga, all glories to the Anuraga of Radhika that she has for Krishna, the killer of the demon Mura. A very beautiful verse of Rupa Goswami describing her love. So Radhika, see, Krishna cannot understand what is this love because he thinks he is entitled. For example, Radhika doesn't want anything else but to give happiness to Krishna. But when she is with Krishna, she experiences 10 million times more happiness. So he cannot understand how is it possible. And he tries to taste, what is this? What is this? But he can't. Because Krishna is the object of prem. So he is, being the object, he is entitled to taste as the object. But Radhika, she is the recipient of prem. She is her body. Krishna's body is made of Sachitananda. But Radhika's body is made of Mahabhav, Madanakya Mahabhav, every atom. So she is the recipient of prem. Krishna's entitled to taste, but he cannot. Because she is advanced 10 million times more happiness. And he tries, what is this? What is this prem of Radhika? He cannot. And this desire is burning in his heart. How can I taste this greatness of Radhika's love? So this is the first desire in his heart. It's burning. I want to taste Radhika's Mahima, the greatness of Radhika's love. This is the reason, first, why he said, I will descend like Mahaprabhu. Then, okay, you forgot to tell me, I was going to forget. That, it just came to me before. You know, every time I sit, I think, what am I going to say? I don't know anything. And then when I start speaking, all the classes of Gurudev start boom, 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 coming out. So this is very beautiful because, well, tomorrow's Advaita Saptami and Gurudev in Tota Gopinath, we were there. And he spoke this beautiful katha. He said, in front of Tota Gopinath, he was speaking the glories of Gadadhar Pandit. He said, like, when Mahaprabhu came to this world, you should not think that he came and he stole Radhika's Mahabhav, because then she would be like zero. You shouldn't think that he took it. He borrowed it? Not. Don't think. It's like Mahaprabhu came and he is like the actor, that he wants to act the part of Radha. So Gurudev says that sometimes there are some like dramas or movies in which there is a director. There's a director who is teaching how to direct her own role. Understand? Like the director is telling somebody how to act their own personality. Is it clear? So then Mahaprabhu comes, but Gurudev gives examples like somebody that has like super modern, at that time a computer was like very rare, and you open the computer like, but how do you start it? Doesn't even know how to start the computer. So this is Mahaprabhu, he's coming, and he's like, what is this Radha Bhav? What is this Radha Prem? Like, no idea how it works at all. So he has to go first into the school of Swarup Damodar, Ramananda, which are Lalita and Vishaka, and they're teaching them a little bit of what is Radha Prem. But then Gurudev says, so Radhika, Gadadhar Pandit is the director. So he's teaching Mahaprabhu, no, it's like this, no, it's like that, no, like this, no, like that. She's directing, no, it's like this, no, no, like that. And then he gives a really important point that we see, like we've heard Gauranga Nagaris, which is like Apasampradaya, in which they think that Mahaprabhu has come in Navadvip, like to do Rasa Leela in Navadvip. But Gurudev said no. Because Radhika, when she is in Braj, she is Bhamyabhav, left hand, means contrary mood, like get out, like this, contrary with Krishna. But when he comes as Gadadhar Pandit, Radharani, she is in Dakshin Bhav, in right hand, means very submissive, like a das, like a servant, because he only comes to fulfill the desire of Srimati Radhika, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gadadhar Pandit comes in this mood of das, very submissive, because he wants to fulfill the desire of Mahaprabhu, that he wants to taste this Radha Prem. So Srila Gurudev said that most people think that who are Mahaprabhu's most intimate associates? I told you everything this afternoon. No se vale. You know. Exactly. Swarup Damodar, Ramananda, and that's half. Yes, but then Gurudev says, but no. The most really intimate associate, is it? Yes, but the most intimate associate is Gadadhar Pandit. And so Mahaprabhu is in Gambhira. He is in this place, Gambhira, we all know, we all been there, I think. So Gadadhar, Mahaprabhu every day would go to, what's the name of this song? Yes, but the name is Chata Parvat. It's that like mountain where Tota Gopinath was. And he would hear Harikatha every day. He would go and hear Gadadhar Pandit speak to give all the moods with Radharani. Because Gurudev said, Vyasadeva spoke, Sutadeva Goswami, Sukadeva Goswami, so many spoke Bhagavatam, but no one can ever speak it as well. Because every verse, every word is Radharani. But now, Radharani herself, imagine, speaking Bhagavata. And he's infusing all these moods in the heart of Mahaprabhu. He spoke first canto, second canto, then Gurudev says, and then they're crying and crying, they're fainting. Then the next day again, Mahaprabhu would go listen, hearing, fainting, crying, fainting, crying. First canto, second, fourth, sixth, 12th canto, everything. And then at night, Mahaprabhu would return to Gambhir. And there he's tasting all this Madhanakya Mahabhava, experiencing the symptoms of Prem, like arms going, how long? The arms? The Mahaprabhu that go like, the body stretches. How much? Distance? Like meters or?
Some cubits.
Huh? Meters, huh? Like 8 meters or something. I don't know. So anyway, or coming in like a tortoise. So all the symptoms of Prem, Madana is so high, he cannot digest. He becomes like, his body cannot digest. So Gurudev said that every day she's going to hear, but Gadadhar Pandit never goes to Gambhira, never. So anybody know why?
Yeah.
Because Lord Chaitanya has to take the role of Radharani.
Exactly. He is in the mood of Radharani. He's only absorbing that mood. And if Gadadhar Pandit would go, then he would turn into Krishna. So Gurudev said, but God is the most intimate associate, but never goes there. But then Gurudev says, but from distance, he's supplying all the bhavs. So this is very beautiful. And so this is the reason, first reason, Siradaya Pranaya Mahima. And the second reason, Swadyojana Puta Madhurima Kidisha. What type? So Krishna comes, Mahaprabhu Krishna wants to descend as Mahaprabhu because he is thinking, he looks at himself in the mirror and says, I am so beautiful. I am so sweet. He's actually the embodiment of sweetness. He's the one that gives sweetness to the whole universe and his beauty. And he thinks, I am so beautiful. I'm so sweet. Nobody is more beautiful than me. He knows, but when he is, his sweetness reflected in a mirror. It's the mirror of the purity of the love of Radhika. It's like a reflection. When his sweetness and his beauty reflects in the love of Radharani, it makes it increase more and more and more. Although Krishna's sweetness and beauty is all pervading, there's no room to expand further. It's all complete. But when in front of Radhika, her love is so pure, so high, that it keeps on expanding more and more. And he sees, how is it possible? Again, 10 million times more happiness. And he's like jealous, like, why? Because he sees himself, I'm so beautiful, yes. But how they're tasting the sweetness, how the gopis, especially Radharani, how they taste the sweetness of Krishna. That's what makes him a little bit jealous. I cannot taste my own sweetness. And that's the verse that I mentioned yesterday. Atatiya pavamatni kananam trutijugayate tvama pashatam kutila kuntalam shimukam chate chata utikshatam pakshakiti saput gopi git. That the gopis, when they see Krishna waiting for him, and they have to blink, just one blink, and it's an obstacle. For them, they feel it's like and they become so angry. They curse the creator, Brahma. Oh, you fool! You don't know the art of creation? Why have you given us eyes that blink? And why only 2 eyes? Why not millions of eyes? So they get very upset with Brahma. You stupid fool, Jagadi. You're just fool. You don't know how to create. So Krishna sees this. How the gopis go mad by my sweetness? Or this beautiful verse that's about the forest. Chalasya prayas charana pusunani la sundaram. No, dina parikshaya nila puntale sarunana vibratartam dana rajasalam darshayam manasiras. You know, when Krishna is finally coming back from the forest with his curls full of dust, and he's so beautiful. It is said he's 100 times, million times more beautiful when he has dust. And he's coming back, and the gopis finally, all day waiting, and finally he's coming from the forest. They can see him 1 second, and it's like 1 second, like 1 millennium. Truti jugayate tuama pashatam. When he's not there, it's like a millennium. So Krishna, he thinks, what is this that I cannot see? So Gurudev gives this beautiful example that is like a doll made of sugar. So the doll cannot taste himself, the doll of sugar. So this is Krishna. He's like the murti of sweetness. Madhura dipate akilam maduram. He's the original Lord of sweetness. But he cannot taste his own sweetness. So he's dying. He's burning this desire. What is this? You know, because he sees himself in the mirror. I'm so beautiful. But I cannot have this reaction like the gopis have. when they see, they can really relish his sweetness. That's the thing. So that's when he's starting to feel jealous. I want to taste what is my sweetness, how they're tasting, how they go completely mad, the gopis. Also, the ladies of Mathura, they say, what is this? What are these gopis? They're so fortunate that they can always stay with Krishna and always enjoy through their eyes, see the beauty, relish the beauty of his, how fortunate they are. They don't have this fortune, the ladies from Mathura, but the gopis, and they glorify the gopis. So in this way, this is the second desire. Why? They want. You're like jet lag, completely. So this desire is burning in his heart. The second reason. The first is, he wants to taste Radha Prem. The second, he wants to taste his own sweetness. And the third one, which is really high, it says, Shiradaya Pranay, no, Shiradaya Pranay Mayamaki Sochyochana Tutamadarim. Sokyam Chasa Mad Anuvavatat. Oh, this is very beautiful. Also, this verse that says, Sachigarbo Harindus, that just like the moon rises from the ocean, so in the same way, from the ocean of the womb of Sachima, the moon like Chaitanya, Chandra, rises from Sachima. So it's not like when we see the moon rise, it's not like the moon came out. I mean, the moon is always there. But we see it to our eyes, it becomes manifest. It came out. So in the same way, Chaitanya Chandra, he's eternal, but he manifests in this world when he comes to this world. Like the moon, like a moon rising. He seems visible, but he's always in Nitya Dham, eternally. So the third reason is Sokyam Chasa Man. What is the happiness? So Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami explains this beautiful, he says these conclusions of prema are so deep, they're so deep that he hesitates. Should I discuss or not? Gurudev spoke this in Mathura, and he said, but if I don't speak, then they will be lost. So I will speak. And he said, for those who are like the cuckoo birds, devotees, that are like cuckoo birds that like to eat the little, very fresh stem of the mango, for them, it'll be relishable, like the cuckoo birds. But those who are like camel-like devotees will not appreciate it, will not want to hear, don't want to get into these topics. So the prem of the gopis is called, it's celebrated, it's called Rudabhav. It's very high. And it is so pure, the love of the gopis. So he compares it like the prem of the gopis is like the very brilliant sun. And the word kam, which is desire in this world, is compared to the iron. And also he compares the prem of the gopis with, I can't remember now. So, somebody said something? So, the shining sun. Oh no, wait. The sun and the calm of this world is like the dense darkness, and the prem of the gopis is like gold, and the calm of this world is like iron. So I said, oh. So the definition of prema is, of the gopis, is that the desire to give pleasure to God, this is prem, but the desire to give happiness to our senses, this is kam, desire, kama. And the desire to give pleasure to the senses of Krishna, this is prema. So the gopis, they have no desire at all for them. All they want is to please Krishna. So they get dressed up really nicely and put jewels and makeup and all very beautiful. But because they think, this is not my body. This body is Krishna. It's Krishna's. This belongs to Krishna. So then they get all this dressed up and all for the pleasure of Krishna. So when they meet Krishna, they have no desire at all for any type of happiness. Zero. They only want to give happiness to Shri Krishna. So when they meet, and Krishna sees the gopis, he becomes so happy because she's so beautiful. So that's the third reason. He wants to taste what is the happiness that they feel when they meet him. So when they see Krishna, and Krishna becomes really happy. So because he becomes so happy, then the gopis say, oh, Krishna's happy. So what happens? That their beauty gets fuller. They become more beautiful. And then their beauty increases. So Krishna says, oh, they're more beautiful now. So then Krishna's happiness increases. So the gopis see, oh, Krishna's more happy. So then they become more fuller, their beauty, even more beautiful, more happiness, the gopis. And then Krishna says, oh, but they're more beautiful. So that increases more the happiness of Krishna. So it's like a competition of prem, and it never ends. But the gopis, they experience 10 million times more happiness than Krishna. 10 million times. And there's like a competition, no, but no. And nobody ever wins. Nobody's ever defeated. It's always increasing and increasing. So Krishna's thinking, what is this? How can they become every time more? 10 million times more happiness. So this is, Krishna's astonished. How is this possible? So Krishna thinks, I want to taste this. How is this? What is it that these gopis are, the happiness? So Kyam says, what is the happiness that they're relishing that I don't understand? It's 10 million times more. So then, now here, it's very important. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains that how the gopis have so much love for Krishna, so much, that Krishna, again this verse is mentioned, that Krishna promises in the Gita. He promises, no matter how much, whoever, my devotee, how much he serves me and surrenders, I promise. How much he will give and surrender, I promise I will reciprocate. This is his promise in Gita. But now he has broken the promise because he cannot repay. He's indebted. He feels indebted to the gopis. And this is why it's Gurudev. From the millions of verses that Gurudev knows, this is his topmost favorite. Naparikyam niravadya samjita swasadu kripa vibhuja jusapiva jamavajan tur jela jara gela shinkala samrisa tapat pratyatu sadhana. Napariham. He says, I cannot repay you. He tells the gopis, I cannot repay you, gopis. Why? Because they have left all the social customs, the dharma. They have rejected dharma from the Vedas. They have rejected all their husbands, their children, everything. They didn't care. They just want to go and make Krishna happy. So then, this is a very high thing. Krishna says, I'm indebted to them. I'm indebted. I cannot, even if I live a life like a demigod for trillions of years, I cannot repay the gopis. So may your own glories be the way I can compensate, meaning may you be eternally glorified as the highest type of Brahman. So Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami explains that there's a little contradiction here, right? The gopis have no interest because the definition itself of prema, love, is that the gopi have no interest at all whatsoever to have any happiness for themselves. They want nothing. They only want to give happiness to Krishna. And the proof is that verse Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami explains, Jate sujata charanam buruham staneshu vitashane priyadati mai karkasheshu tena tavisata seyapya patena kim svit kurpati viprapati tirpapach ajusyamsa, which says, or not, says the gopis in Gopi Gita, the gopis, they're worried so much that Krishna, his feet are so soft, like lotus flower, like a petal, so soft. So they are worrying so much. Oh, Krishna's going to the forest, now he'll get with the little pebbles, with the blade of grass, with the little husks of the grains. He can get his feet, which are so soft they can get pierced. So, and thorns also. They become so worried. They're worried so much that they take Krishna's feet and put them upon their chest. So this is the proof, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says, that you just think of his welfare. They think of poor Krishna and his feet. So they have it's not that they're thinking anything for their own pleasure. They're thinking of Krishna's feet, poor feet. They'll be hurt. So that's the proof. The gopis don't want anything, only give pleasure to Krishna. So there's a contradiction, because they don't want anything for themselves, any happiness. They only want to make Krishna happy. So why then do they experience 10 million times more happiness than him? So that is the dilemma that everybody's, how is it possible? 10 million times more, 10 million. So what is the conclusion? Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, he says, for this contradiction and this confusion, there's only one conclusion. And it is that the happiness of the gopis is based on the happiness of Krishna. So when they see Krishna, that he's happy, they become so happy that it increases 10 million times more. But it's based on seeing Krishna happy. It's not that they, no, by seeing Krishna happy, by seeing that they can make Krishna happy, then his happiness, their happiness increases 10 million times. So this is the third thing that Krishna, the third desire in his heart. Krishna is, this desire is burning in his heart. What is this happiness of these gopis? When they're with me, they're feeling so much happiness. How can I taste this? How can I taste this? I cannot taste this. Only a person 100 times more qualified than me can give me happiness, because I give happiness to the whole universe. I am the fountain of joy and happiness. But also, he thinks, but to me, only a person 100 times more qualified can give. I'm giving, he sees, there's some beautiful things here I wrote, because I forgot, that Krishna thinks my beauty can captivate 10 million cupids, but Radha gives pleasure to my ears. My flute attracts the three worlds, but my ears are enchanted by the words of Radhika. Krishna says, my body fragrance can captivate the whole creation, but Radha's limbs captivate my mind and heart. So there's also, now as I'm remembering, that in this third desire, then it explains how Radhika, and how Radhika, when she hears just the fragrance of Krishna, she wants to fly. She wants to go flying and mix with the air. And when she hears when she sees a tamal tree, she goes and embraces him, thinking it's Krishna. But also, this is very important verse that Gurudev spoke one time in Mathura, Pashpara Benugite, and then somebody was translating it and reading it like, when the bamboo like is rubbing with the wind, then it makes the sound of the flute, and Radhika wants to go and like run into this, hearing the flute of Krishna. But Gurudev said, no, that's not the right translation. He actually said that, very beautiful, and this is like a sutra form, this beautiful explanation that Gurudev gave. He said, Pashpara Benugite. He says, when Krishna plays the flute, then Radhika faints. And then Radhika, when she starts singing, then Krishna faints. And then Krishna again plays the flute, and Radhika faints. And then Radhika singing, and then they faint. And this is like a competition. And it's from Shita Kamala Kucha Mandala Lita Kundala Kalita Lalita Panamala Jaya Jaya Devare. This Shita Kamala, Radhika singing to Krishna. And Krishna's fainting so much prem. Then Krishna's playing the flute, Radhika. And this very beautiful verse, Shita Kamala Kucha Mandala. This very beautiful song, Gurudev says, it is actually when Radhika Benum karami patitam skaritan shikandam drastancha pita rasanam rajiraya sunu yasya kataksha sargatam muchtasya tam Radhika paricharyami kadarasena. That when Srimati Radhika, she throws glances to Krishna like arrows, then Krishna, his flute falls, his peacock falls, his clothes loosen. And then when he's going to faint, the Gurudev gives the explanation of this verse, Shita Kamala Kucha Mandala, that we sing so much, right? But it says that Radhika catches him when he's going to faint and gives shelter in her breast, which is like a pillow. She catches him. This is the meaning of Shita Kamala Kucha Bandala. Drita Kundala. Also, he gives the explanation that it says that Krishna is decorated with earrings, but no, the real decoration is for him to hear the glories of Radhika. Or when Radhika whispers into his ear, he faints, and there she gives shelter to him. Chitta Kamala Ucha Mandala. Very beautiful. So these are the reasons why Mahaprabhu descended to this world. He came to give us, especially, he came to taste all this prem, but he came to give also, especially this service. He came to bring, okay, now, because I spoke in front of Gurudev here in Alacho, like 10 minutes. I had only 3, but then I spoke. After 3, Maharaj went like this, stop. And Gurudev chastised him. Hey, no, continue. And it was, when I spoke about Mahaprabhu, the 10 minutes, which is a different thing, it's a verse that, at the very end, I concluded saying that Mahaprabhu had only come for that. So many acharyas came, Vishnu Swami, Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, all came to give, but they could not give. Only Mahaprabhu was able to give this highest, Unnata Cholarasa. They could not give it. And I concluded they came to give Raganuga Bhakti and Radha Dasyam. But then Gurudev came in my dream and chastised me. He said, he didn't chastise, but he said, Rasa Leela, Mahaprabhu only came to give this. He came in the dream. So I should conclude saying that Mahaprabhu, he came only to give this Rasa Leela through the Kirtan, Sankirtan, through the Kirtan, all these moods of Shri Radha Krishna with all the millions of gopis and how they're serving. That is what Mahaprabhu actually came to. The service of Rasa Leela. How all the manjaris are playing, their mridangas, their drums, they're around Rasa Leela. They're creating all this ras for them. All manjaris, all Guru Parampara, they're always there eternally serving. During the day, making a mandala with so many flowers. What's the name? Rangoli, but with flowers. They're making flowers, beautiful, big mandala with decorate like flowers, all like this every day. Jayo Jayo Jwala, Jayo Jayo Rasa Leela. What is it? Jayo, the first Jayo Rasa Leela. Sarva Rasa Sad. The essence of all rasas. Jayo Jayo Rasa Leela, Sarva Rasa Sad. No, wait. That's Ujjwala. What's the first? Jayo Jayo. No, first, but before, the verse before. Jayo Jayo Rasa Leela. Jayo Jayo Rasa. What's the name of the? No, wait. It's Govinda. Si Govinda. Ano kanilang?
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya
Yeah, but then at the end is Jaya. So it's Sira Samandala Jayo, Jayo Radhe Shyama, Jayo Jayo Rasa Leela, Sarva Manoram. Yeah? How was it again? Sira Samandala Jaya, Jaya Radhe Shyama, Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela, Sarva Manoram. This is the essence of all. And this is Jaya Jaya Sira Samandala. This is what every day, at the time of this Jaya Jaya Radha Jaya Krishna, meditation always on this service. This is Nitya. This is what Gurudev wants us to enter one day, to enter into this Ras Mandalam, to serve all the gopis, to serve, creating this by playing instruments. Gurudev is there with all of them. And one time he said, to conclude, Gurudev,
it starts with
start.
the first.
Gurudev said,
Okay, Sri Rasa Mandala
Jaya Jaya Radha Shyam, Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela Sarvamanam,
Jaya Jaya
Bala Rasa Sarva Rasa San, Barakiya Bhava Jaya Brajate Pracha. So,
Rajate Pracha.
now
Thank you, Maestro.
okay, I forgot. That was the last thing. No, it's okay. But yeah, so all this. So anyway, about Rasa Leela, that this is what Mahaprabhu has come to give. This is what our other acharyas are serving there. So I forgot the last thing. I just but it's okay.
Rasa Leela?
Yeah, it was about Rasa Leela. But it was,
Mahaprabhu came to bring Rasa Leela.
yeah,
From,
yeah.
said that the Mahamantra is Rasalila.
Gurudev had you speak.
Yeah, yeah.
You had a dream?
It was just something that came this moment, but anyway, so that's what it is. The Rasalila and the Guru. That's why we pray in the songs. For example, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. When Shri Radha Jugala Sevaya Shri Rasa Mandali, when will I be able to serve there? So this is our aspiration, and this is I forgot. It was something at the end. No problem. No, it was just one line, but I forgot it. So anyway, thank you very much for Alachwa Sangha. Very special indeed. You're very fortunate to be here. Very nice people. Very like mature and good seeds. Everybody has good seeds. You know, I feel so honored to be able to see all the devotees here in Vyasa Puja. So many nice devotees, and this is a wonderful Sangha. You're very fortunate. Thank you very much for tolerating me these days.
Thank you for coming. Back soon, don't we?
Anybody have a question?
Anybody any question or comment? Commentary? Comment?
Stay forever. Stay. We want to kidnap you.
Something?
Good time then.
Say something.
Gaur Premanande.
Gaura Premanande! Jai Jai Shri Radhe! Okay, 1 minute.
I gotta go out.
Radhe Radhe Radhe. 1 minute.
No, let him go.
1 minute. Radhe Radhe Radhe. He said, at the time of Kirtan, to wanting to enter Rasa Leela and serve, oh, this is bhajan. Gaura Premanande! Jai Jai Shri Radhe!
You save it forever until 30s.